Well, I guess the tea was getting too hot. I was, I got the bubbles. So the bubbles represent, you know, some things popping off. But I don't know. So my last upload, I have to use a different device because my phone overheated. So it stopped my live. Soon it was about to get juicy. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. I guess the tea was too hot. So anywho, um, with this energy, like I said, I feel like there's healing. You could be calling this person out on things that they need to heal. And I also feel like you guys are manifesting the same energy. Like you're putting yourselves in alignment, but healing is the key thing, the key word. Healing needs to take place on both ends. Whether you're assisting each other, but most importantly, you have to help yourself. You have to focus on your healing and what Spirit's asking of you, not just on the other person, and vice versa. Things can't come together with codependency. Like Spirit won't allow it, at least not fully in the way that full connectedness. So the Four of Cups clarifies the Two of Cups. So they're disappointed in the fact that this situation that they invested their time and energy into with this third party person is not panning out the way that they expected it to. So they're a little disappointed. Poor them, boo-hoo. But they kind of want you to be the source of like soothing them and telling them that it's okay. Or if they don't know you, then they're just out here extending their heart and wishing that someone would come in and rescue them and make it all better. And I feel like that's coming from a place of codependency. They're also drinking a lot. They could be regretful for how things went between the both of you. They might even see this as their karma as to why things are not working out with this third party energy, because they could have dipped off and left you for this person, or they could have involved you in their mess and they feel stupid for doing that. They feel sorry, for doing this. And some of them, yeah, they're using outside vices to cope, like I said, through maybe drinking, or yeah, it could be drinking, it could be drugs, you know what it is. So it could be that. It doesn't have to be that for everybody. Oh, and the star card is Aquarian energy, and the hangman is Pisces. So these could be specific energies. So the conclusion as of right now with this situation is the possibility of, some blowout, a conversation that needs to be had between the both of them. Because I feel like there's secrets that are spilling over, or out of some sort of fear and guilt, one or the other is going to spill the beans, or they're just going to have that talk. Like, we need to have that talk. Like, what are we really doing? But I feel like there's an avoidance of disappointment. They don't want to be disappointed. They don't want to rock the boat. So they're a little hesitant about this. But what's inevitable is inevitable. So I don't like making predictions, but I asked what the conclusion was, and that's what came out. So however long this takes, or however not so long it takes, it's really up to the situation, because you guys are individuals. So not everything is going to resonate the same for you as the next person. Let's see, I'm going to get an advice card. So if you guys want to book with me, just so you guys know, I'm fully booked for April, like completely booked. But you guys can still book for May. I would highly suggest that you guys do that. Get in while you can, because my bookings do fill up quite quickly. And I do have an emergency reading option. So if you guys would like an emergency reading, more information will be in the description box. Once you purchase the emergency reading, you'll get it within a 24-hour to 48-hour time frame. Okay. Also, I have a no refund policy, you guys. So if you guys are upset with something, like you may have made the wrong purchase, all you can do is correct it and fix it. You guys have to read. Like, it's important to read things, terms and conditions. It's important to read the descriptions of the reading that you're getting, because I do put descriptions in. When you go on my website, I will let you guys know what the terms and conditions are, what type of reading that you're getting. A lot of people confuse the add-ons as the basis of the reading, and the add-on is just an additional feature to the reading. So like my live sessions, my Skype and live sessions, or my video recordings, those are add-ons, because I typically don't do readings as voice recordings. It's time consuming for one. So that's why I make that option available for those of you who would like to see the cards. But I typically do my readings via voice recording or phone session if a phone session reading has been purchased. So that's how I do it. Live streams, live sessions or Skype sessions, and video recordings are additional. So if you make that mistake, you have to correct it. Otherwise, you know, it's a no refund policy. It is what it is. I'm very direct and straightforward. There's no way around it. Also, what else was I going to say? Yeah, you guys have to read instructions, please. Like, just please read everything. Like, it's important that you read labels, you read whatever you're purchasing, booking. Like, it's important. You don't want to miss nothing. Just make sure that you know what you're getting. And I'm not just talking about, like, booking readings with me. I'm talking about, like, anything in life. Make sure you read everything. Fine print and all. Hence this reading, people sign up for, you know, contracts with people that they have no business being with, and some of them, they don't even know what they just got themselves into. They're in a relationship that's hella messy. Even though I didn't pick up too much of like drama in this reading, it is a lot of stress on them. Like, this isn't a happy-go-lucky type of connection. On the surface, it could seem like that, especially with all these business and financial energies I'm picking up. It can come across like, oh, they're successful, they're doing good, they got a house, they got a car, or oh, they're so, you know, good looking together. Like, all of that can shadow what the truth is if you're not discerning and if you're not tapping in spiritually. All of that can fool you and mesmerize you. And like, just so you know, like, that's a lot of connections. Like regular connections on social media, like your, you know, people that you went to school with, people that you go to church with, shoot, celebrities. I mean, all of that is a facade. Like, I don't want to say all of it, but you be surprised like what you think is real. Like, and this is like real life stuff too. Like, you'll talk to somebody and they'll, you know, you'll look at their social media and be like, oh, they look so cute together, they're so happy. And then when you talk to one of them and they spill the beans, you're like, what? So it's like you be shocked. Like, it looks cute and everything, and sometimes people only show you what they want you to see, and rightfully so. That's just what it is. And I feel like they know, and the sad part is the two parties in this situation I'm reading for, they know that this relationship is not healthy, but they're so codependent on having someone and so busy on keeping up a facade. And for some of them, it's like business. Like, you know, like, our parents set us up, it is what it is. Or we get money together, it looks cute, we get money. Or, you know, she's good at this, I'm good at that, so it just works out. Or we work together and, you know, it just happens to flow that way. And I married this person, I thought that this was the one, and I married them, I'm stuck, I don't know what to do. For others, it's spiritual connection. I feel like a lot of them, yeah, that's what it is. Like, there's spiritual contracts and there's earthly contracts. And you know what they say, contracts are made to be broken. So some of them, their contract is almost up, it is what it is. And for others, they want to prolong it out of this fear, but spirit is breaking them out of that. And a lot of you are a catalyst. Like, you're being used to break this person out of it, like snap out of it. And I get other people in the environment are starting to like spread gossip around, and some of them will swear up and down, oh, they just jealous, they hating on our love. And in some cases, yeah, like on the surface, yes, but they're also being used as tools to shed light that this is not a healthy connection. I don't know what you're doing, but you need to stop. And for some of you, I'm gonna throw y'all under the bus too. For some of you, You guys think that someone is your divine counterpart when they're not. And that's also going to, like, your bubble is going to be busted as well. Um, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I felt guided to say that. Like, some of you guys think that you're with your divine counterpart, or this person that you are attached to. That's another thing. It's a heavy attachment that you, if you can't break the attachment and you can't freely, like, let this person go with trust and with unconditional love, more than likely that's not your divine counterpart. Because it's a codependent nature. It's a codependent connection. And some people might burst your bubble with that. Like, it might be something that comes out that just shakes everything that you thought you knew about the situation in this person. So spirit might use people in your environment too to snap you out of it. But back to this divine counterpart and their third party. Other people in their circle are going to be gossiping about this relationship. Oh, you know, he used to sleep with so and so, or oh, she did this. Oh, she didn't tell you. And, oh, she got an abortion. Oh, she didn't say. Oh, she's a drug addict. All this stuff is going to come out, and all they can do is just shake their head and figure out what they're gonna do. Do they love themselves enough to move past a relationship that doesn't serve them? Or are they just going to stay stagnant in a situation and just spiritually die? Because it seems like they're dead. There's no life in this energy. The only lively energy in the cards that I pulled was the Queen of Clubs. And that's the divine feminine energy. All these other cards are kind of like, yeah, earthly bound, you know, that's cool. I got a good career going. I got some money. Oh, that's cool. That only lasts so long. And the rest of the cards are like stress, heartache, betrayal, confusion, conflictedness. Yeah, so, yeah. All right, let's see what the advice is. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the signs, you guys, especially those signs that are coming to you repetitively. You have to go within yourself. People may give you some clarity, but it's going to kind of cause you to contemplate and go within. It's going to cause you to seek your own answers. So you might not get straight, direct answers outside of yourself. You might have to take it inward. It might spark some questions within you. But nonetheless, pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities that are coming to you, especially the repetitive ones. Spirit is saying, like, this is a time to clear your energy. You need to declutter, whether that's emotionally, whether that's physically, whether that's mentally, whatever, internally, outwardly, whatever needs to go, you'll know. Like, I just feel guided to drink more water. I feel guided to clean out my house. I feel guided to cut this friendship off. I feel guided to do cord cutting. I feel guided to whatever. You're being guided to release because something in your life is causing an imbalance around you, like some sort of energy that needs to be cleared out. And Spirit is saying that there's new beginnings coming for you. Like, just know that. Like, no matter what it looks like right now, just know that a new energy is coming in, and that means positive new energy and experiences that are coming in. But you got to go through this cycle, and I feel like that's why Spirit's telling you to clear away energy, because you're making way for new. When you let go of the old energy and you trust, even if that means detaching yourself from people that you love, because you might not know if this is a permanent thing or whether it's temporary, but you have to trust yourself, and most of all trust the higher power, divine spirit, God, the universe, the most high, whatever you want to call it, your guides, your angels. Trust in those trustworthy beings of light and service, the most high that knows you, your creator, your own guidance, that whatever is being removed or whatever you're actively removing out of your life is because Spirit's bringing in something new for you, positive new energy. Trust that and believe that you're always going to be blessed with more, and there's no need to attach yourself. The attachment is coming from your ego. The attachment to outcomes and people and things and times and all of that is coming from the ego and a lack of trust and a lack of faith. And I know what I'm talking about because I do it. But what I always find, and I have to continue to remind myself, that just because this didn't work out is not the end of the world, because Spirit replaces it with better. Like, that's with anything in life. Like, whether that's family, situations, or friendships, or love relationships. Every time I've let something go, money even, like, oh, I just spent my last $5, I don't know how I'm gonna make ends meet, oh, here's $10. Like, Spirit's always going to multiply. You have to trust that. So clinging on and holding on, and I say this not to cause anyone to lose hope or lose faith, but if you're heavily, tightly gripped and holding on to this person's gotta be the one, they gotta be my divine masculine, my divine feminine, or they're my twin flame, and you're being guided to detach and let go right now and focus on self. You can't do nothing else but obsess over this situation or this person. You refuse to release them, even if that means to just go off and do your own thing and just be and focus on yourself. It's a hard energy, and you're clinging on for dear life and obsessing over, is this the one, are they coming back, are they the one? Like, asking the same questions over and over and over again, going to this reader, that reader, pulling cards for yourself over and over again, asking God to show you signs, and they've already told you whatever, whether they've told you, yeah, this is it, let it go, detach, we told you the answer, or no, this is not it, we told you, let it go. Whatever you're being shown, and if you're getting mixed messages, it's because you probably wore the energy out. You've tainted the energy so much with asking the same question that now you're just like in a sticky situation. You don't know what to do. Detaching is the answer. Like, Spirit, I trust you. I let it go. I don't know. I surrender. I don't know what's going to happen. If they're the one, they'll be in my life. That's guaranteed. They're the one, they're going to be in my life. If they're not the one, then obviously it ain't them, and Spirit will give me the person that is the one. That's the beauty of it. I just, like, I say this all the time. I don't understand why that hurts people. I don't understand it. By saying, yeah, God, I want this person. If it's them, I think it's them. I believe it's them. I don't know, or yeah. But if it's not, there is a one for me. Excuse me. And some of you guys don't want to even fix your lips to say, Spirit, I'm open if it's not them. You can't be attached. That's not unconditional love. And that's what everybody teaches with these concepts, these twin flames and all that stuff. Like, don't they teach unconditional love and all of that? So if it's unconditional and you're connected, you're always connected. Because, we get caught up in the physical. Oh, I haven't talked to him. I haven't seen him. He hasn't called me. They're not acknowledging me. And sometimes like, I can't say every case that means that it's unrequited or they don't care. But you'll know for sure if somebody gives a damn about you or not. Because they won't even, like, they don't care. And a lot of people confuse their narcissistic connections with a divine masculine that's separated from them, or he's running. Like, that's another whole other topic, running and chasing. Like, you have to be discerning with things, and a lot of you are confusing that with narcissistic, unrequited love situations, and you're wondering why you're miserable, why you're crying, why you're confused. Passing up other relationships because you're obsessing over something or someone, creating scenarios and manifesting synchronicities, or what looks like synchronicities, because you're constantly thinking about a person, so therefore you're going to manifest things that look like sign and synchronicities. But you have to trust God and detach from that. Unconditional love is not attachment. It's not controlling. It's not manipulative. It's not fear-based. Unconditional love is free. It's trusting. It's forgiving. It's optimistic. It's expansive. It wishes you well, even if it's not you. Like, I love this. Even if this person turns out not to be my divine masculine or my divine feminine, I love them anyway. And I send them love and I wish them the best. That's unconditional love. What is not unconditional love is, oh, F him. Oh, he's with her. Oh, forget him. Oh, she's doing this. Oh, she's a bitch. Forget her. Like, you know, literal things. And that's not unconditional. It's okay. We have human emotions. Of course, we get caught up in our human, you know, emotions, and we get triggered and we say things that we don't mean in the moment, and we, you know, we feel hurt and we feel abandoned. We're going to say things that we don't mean, or maybe we do mean it, but in essence we really care. But if you are really that spiteful and you're just like, I wish them the worst and F them, because if it's not your person, baby, it's not your person. You got a person. So, you know, don't rob yourself and that person of who they're meant to be with. And sadly enough, they're in a situation where they're being robbed of who's for them, and they're robbing that other person, the third party, of who they're supposed to be with, because they're both selfish. In essence, they're in a conditional love relationship, a contractual, oh, I'm only with you because, and this is what works. And even though we know that we're being pulled apart and we're not working out, you know, we're hurting one another, we're not being honest with ourselves, we're not being honest with the people around us, we're not being honest with each other, we're still going to stay in this situation no matter how hard it hurts. And it's just not working, and that spirit showing us that the time is up on it, but we're going to still hang on and be miserable. That's a conditional love relationship. That's not healthy. So your person, if you know, if your person is in a situation like this, they have some healing to do. They got work to do. You don't want to be in a situation like that. Like, keep it 100 with yourself. You can love this person unconditionally from afar and maybe see them and mingle with them every now and then, take them in doses, but do you really want to be caught up in a situation like this, where you have to wait and hold on for this person to get their ish together, and I got to go home? Because, like, keep it real with yourself. Do you love yourself enough to say, I love you, but I'm going to do me for now because I care about my own well-being, my own self? And if you truly love me, you would respect that. And I respect that you got whatever you got going on over there, but I got to focus on myself because this energy is too heavy. It's too much for me. And I wish you the best with that. Whatever is meant to be, whatever comes, that's an evolved spirit right there. That's a divine feminine energy. Divine feminine doesn't hold off her love. She doesn't cap it and close it down like, oh, it's only exclusive to romantic energy. It's only exclusive to the man or whoever I love. Or she has love for everyone. And those that deserve to even feel her presence and her love will get that. And those who are not meant to receive that love, she puts the boundaries up. Like, nope, shut it down. You don't respect this. You're not coming from a place of love. I'm not giving that energy out to you. It's too valuable. It's too precious. And what a divine masculine does is he stands up for himself. He stands in his truth. He honors his truth. He respects. He builds. He creates. He provides. And I think what people get misconstrued is divine masculine is all about money. Like, I got to hustle. I got to continue to do this, and that's all I'm about. And calling the shots in the household. Like, no, not exactly. Divine masculine cares about his community. He cares about his tribe, and that includes people around him, those that he loves and cares about. He's focusing on the future of his surroundings. He respects all divine feminine energy. He honors himself. He knows who he is. He won't settle for less. That's a divine masculine. And a lot of you guys right now, that's not where this person is. Like, they're not even on that right now. Like, some of them might be getting to that. I feel like they got to go through this cycle, because not everybody was in their divine feminine essence at one point. I know I wasn't. So, yeah, they're down right now. They're the wounded soldier right now. They're not where they need to be within themselves. And as a divine feminine, you are not to be mingling with anybody that's not in their truth and their highest power. Like, how does that work? Like, what does an empress look like standing next to a knight? Like, I love you, but you got to get it together. I can't hold you. You know, I might be there to kind of like say, don't you think you should try this? It's up to you whether or not you agree or whether you figure something else out for yourself, but I'm not here to baby you. Because at every point, you know, the empress as a divine mother, she's got to wean you off the titty, basically. She can't suck off mommy's titty forever. Sometimes you got to let mama's hand go and walk your own path. So, I hope that makes sense. I hope that that made any bit of sense. And if I offended anybody, oh well. It's just not your time, or maybe it's just not your truth. It is what it is. It is what it is. I send you guys much love. I appreciate all of you. I send much love to those of you out there who love and support me and who are of love, light, and pure intent. Anybody out there that's of negative intentions, you guys, you know who you are. Any little negative energies out there, fuck you. Get yourselves together. And yeah, I can say that because a lot of people, it's out here. Like, people got some effed up energy, and they try to take advantage, and they do a lot of sneaky things. Like, you guys have to stay very aware. And some of you guys who think you're dealing with divine masculines, you guys could be dealing with somebody who's very deceptive, I want to say. Like, y'all got to be so on guard, because the so-called enemy, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. I'm not going to get into all that stuff because it's borderline, you know, your opinion. But religiously, there is negative energies out there that don't want you to shine. They don't want you to prosper. They don't want you to be with your divine counterpart, because once you get together, y'all are a force to be reckoned with. Like, you guys are the pillar of true divine love, what that represents, and what unconditional love is, and what self-love is, and so much more in the spirit realm as well. So if that happens, just imagine all these divine counterparts together, making change, shifting the energies, raising your vibrations, showing you how to evolve and how to surpass this ego-based realm we're in. They don't want that. So you will be sent counterfeits. Sometimes spirit will send you counterfeits for lessons and things like that. Excuse me. But there's some counterfeits out here that are not of the divine holy energy, and they're here to just mess with you, put holes in your energy, pick you to pieces and pick you apart to mess with your energy. So you have to be discerning of, like, the type of people you come in contact with. And that's why I say, like, not every energy needs to be handled with love and light. Sometimes it's like, fuck you. Who do you think you messing with? Type of energy. Like, this is some real stuff. It is real out here. It's spiritual energy. Like, y'all asking for, y'all don't even know. Like, I keep saying that. It's like, y'all say, oh, I want a soulmate, I want a twin flame. Like, those are spiritual connections. Take the labels off of them. But the essence of what you're talking about is highly spiritual. So you can't just think that this is all Disney stuff. Like, it's all about this get together and we're gonna be in bliss and have sex all day and have babies and meditate on the clouds. I don't know what y'all thinking, but it's much more deeper than that. It's way more powerful. It requires a lot of work, and that's why spirit has put you through a lot of tests and a lot of, like, work. Like, you're in the military. Like, we need you to be suited and booted. We're not playing. And for you to spit on yourself and be like, I'm gonna settle for this type of person when I've done all this work on myself, I've groomed myself to be, not even groom myself, I've come into the awareness of who I truly am. And here I am settling for somebody that's not even on my level and doesn't even want to get on my level. For some of you guys, it's like, y'all just like, this is my divine masculine because I got a sexual connection to him and he's fine and he sparked something in me, and I see a little bit of signs and synchronicities with him, and I have a couple of dreams about him. Oh, he's my divine. Like, no, no. Y'all got to be discerning of what that is. Or she's my divine feminine. Oh, because I like her titties. Oh, she's beautiful. And oh, she's spitting some real game. Oh, that's my divine feminine because I can't stop thinking about her. Like, no, you're infatuated. You're obsessed. There's a difference. You will know. The energy is very light. It's a free-flowing connection. It's mutual. It's reciprocated, for one. It's very light to some degree. Like, yeah, there might be some heaviness that you pick up, whether that's your energy or their energy you're picking up, but you mirror each other on a spiritual level. It's not about, oh, they got a mole right here on their nose. Oh, so do I. Oh, like that's ridiculous. I know a lot of people that got certain scars. Oh, they got dimples. Oh, so do I. Oh, we're divine, masculine, divine. Like, no, like, stop. Let's go a little bit deeper. Divine counterparts complement each other. They mirror each other. When you're getting your ish together, so are they. They're working on themselves. They're healing themselves. They're loving up on themselves as you're loving up on yourself. You're walking in your truth and they're walking in their truth. Whether you guys are miles and miles apart, but you guys are on the same frequency because you guys are of the same essence. If someone is not of your true essence, they are not on the same frequency with you. Therefore, all they're doing is just holding you back, or you're allowing them, rather, because nobody can't do anything unless we give them the power to. But love yourself. That's mainly what this is about. Like, this is for you to find yourself. And then when you go within and you find out who you are internally, the outer reflection of you will find you. That's the whole essence of a twin. Like, it's a mirror, but you got to know who you are. You have to become your own twin within yourself. You have to unite within. And that takes work. Like, this is not a little fairy tale game. If you want that, then go back to sleep. Go backwards. Just go find somebody at the bar that makes you wet or gets you hard or whatever. And, well, we laugh. He's cool. She's cool. Yeah, do that and go on about your life. But for the spiritual connection, it's not for the weak. It requires work. It requires healing. It requires shedding everything that you thought you knew about love, everything that you've been programmed to believe about love. It causes you to seek yourself. Nobody can teach you, not even me. I can't tell you what a true whatever is. Only you know deep down yourself. But a lot of us, because I'll say me too, have been programmed with this twin flame stuff too. A lot of it is destructive, for one. It's low-key teaching you codependency, even though it says it is not. It's trickery. That's why I keep saying, like, be careful what you call things. Like, oh, this is my twin flame. Like, be careful what you call certain stuff, because it's like, it's a label. It already has it's already been patented to. It has a certain energy on it. That you go through this, you go through the runner chaser, you go through this, you go through that. So it already has a stamp of what it represents. So you're acknowledging and you're welcoming that energy. You're agreeing to that energy on yourself. So therefore you're going to experience that. Me personally, I get where people are going with the twin flame, like saying that you have a divine counterpart, half of your soul. I get that. But the title and the whole energy of twin flame to me is not... it is not divine. It, like, in an essence, that it's not cute. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a... I don't think it's what a lot of people really want to experience. It's helpful. It is a connection that pushes you, but no way, shape, or form is it... I don't think that it's a helpful thing when it comes to, like, love. It's kind of teaching us the opposite, and maybe that template was needed to help us get on our journey and help us shed our skin to learn what love is and what love is not. But as far as, like, striving to have that, it's not that. To me, it's like very destructive. It's like a codependent type of energy. It's malevolent. I guess is what you could say. Like, it's a malevolent energy to me, to some degree. I can't say all in all. Like, I don't feel like it's a purely, like a fully pure concept. I feel like it has some agenda to it. When I think of a soulmate, when I hear the word soul, I think of depth. I think of divine. I think of, divinity. I think of pureness. Um, I feel like it's a lighter energy. Twin flame to me sounds very heavy. It sounds very toxic. That's just my opinion. But I get that not everybody's going to understand that and get where I'm coming from with that. But if that's what you believe, you have your own idea of what a twin flame is. Maybe you already have your own concept of what you believe it is and not what the world has taught you it is. And that's cool. That's your own person. Just like me. Like, I believe that soulmate is more of what I strive for rather than the twin flame. Like, twin, maybe twin sounds like a twin soul. That sounds a little better. Twin flame is like, to me, the energy of it, I don't like it. I don't know why. It doesn't sit well in my spirit. But I've talked you guys ear off long enough. But I wish you guys much love, and I hope that you get to the point within yourself that you love yourself enough to know that you deserve the greatest form of love of all, that you deserve that, and that you will never ever again settle for anything less than that. Anything less than that of what God has for you, the type of love that God has for you, meaning the love that God has in their, because God is infinite, so I can't even say him, her, what God is. God is just, it just is that love that the Most High God has for you. You find that in someone that also has that type of love God has for you in them, and vice versa, because that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So much love as always. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next reading, peace.